You're the perfect person to ask this question to. Number 1 overall pick in the NFL draft on your third team right now. And I look at someone like Jared Goff too, right? Former number 1 overall pick in the draft, now on his second team. And when you go from the team that drafted you to another team, essentially you're no longer that same person in the mind's eye of so many different people. Like, how difficult is it to play quarterback in this league? And what do you say to those who kind of throw to the side top draft choice quarterbacks just because it may not happen in their first spot that quickly, Baker?
Yeah, I mean, playing quarterbacks, it's a ton of responsibility. There's a lot that is involved with it between, obviously the physical aspect of it, you have to play well, but you're really like the CEO of a company. You're responsible for mending the relationships, keeping those, and making sure everybody's on the same page. But, the thing about it that I always say to people is when you're picked that high, they have a high pick for a reason. Unless a team, acquired from a trade or something like that, you're going to a team that hasn't had a lot of success. And so there's, when it comes down to playing quarterback, like I said, there's so much more that goes into it. But I'm a firm believer everything happens for a reason. And, much like Jared's situation, I think, we're better off from the lessons we learned and the things that we've gone through, all the ups and downs. You can't look at it in a negative mindset. You have to be able to take positives away from it and learn from those mistakes that we've made. And that's why I'm able to have success now and have a clean mind about it, is because there's so many things that I learned and did wrong when I was younger, but I wouldn't change it because I had to learn and grow from it.
So what is the lesson you learned of the greatest importance, do you think, Baker?
Being the same guy in the building every day. We work too hard throughout the week preparing and getting ready for the game to let it affect the result. Win or lose, we know that we left our best stuff out there. We tried our best, and there's 17 games, and so you gotta bounce back and work for the next one. So good, bad play, it's on to the next one. That's the mindset you got to have.
Why? Because you would just let stuff linger, losses linger?
And let it affect relationships, let it affect personal life, things like that. And just, you can't let the negativity seep into your life, because you can't have success on the field if you do that.
So when did you learn that? When did you decide, okay, you took stock and you're like page turn on that? When did that happen specifically in your career, do you think?
Last year, to be honest with you. Obviously when Cleveland was moving on, there was a time period where I was just kind of in limbo, knowing I wasn't going to play for them, not knowing where I was going to get picked up at. But just, and then in Carolina, when I wasn't playing, just being the best teammate I could for whether it was PJ Walker or Sam Darnold playing, being a guy in that locker room that has a lot of experience, had been through the ups and downs, to be able to be a constant person and support piece in that locker room. And so it was a different perspective for me, but there were valuable lessons and things that I'll cherish forever, and I'll be better for it.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.